Councillor Giles.
Thank you, Mayor. I wasn't going to plan on speaking, but I think, if I'm honest, when you're looking at all the different models when we first started coming forward, a one unitary authority did not at all spike any confidence for me. As somebody who works in education and the backlog of VHCPs and how bad it is in Kent at county level, having it under one unitary authority does not give me any sort of confidence that that backlog's going to get any better. But I do feel like if you split areas up and you had them in more different groups, that perhaps maybe backlogs would actually start to get a handle on things. Things like funding for schools, EHCPs, is massive thing for me and for the community as well. And I do think that if we were just going to put it into one unitary authority, we're going to lose a lot more than just local voice. We'll see a lot more of a backlog. And so it's always been, in my view, a 4 unitary authority is the better option for Kent. Walking around my ward in particular, the fact that we could potentially be losing that and having something worse makes me feel really sad for my residents and for the rest of Ashford. And that is what a unitary authority, a single unitary authority, fills me with. So I definitely do not support that, and I push back on that. Everything that's come forward from that side of the room, I think it is wrong. Sorry, but it is. And I fully and firmly support a 4 unitary authority.
Thank you, Councillor Giles.
Our substantive item, which is local government reorganisation, we've just come from a full council meeting where the views of councillors were discussed over which local government reorganisation option that we might recommend to the government as the option for Ashford. So, on the report, do I have any questions? Yes, Heather.
I just wanted to say that obviously tonight at the meeting that was held before here, Council overwhelmingly supported option 4D. However, obviously we are going to be putting something to the government, and at the end of the day the government are actually going to choose what they want to do, and hopefully they'll listen to us, but whilst we're making a decision tonight, it's a decision on paper and the government will do what the government wants to do. However, our colleagues have overwhelmingly spoken, and therefore I would like to propose that we recommend 4D to government.
Thank you, Heather. Steve?
I would just like to second that, and I think it was the right decision.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else want to speak on it? Dawney?
I would just like to reiterate what was said earlier on about our staff and how hard officers have worked on this, and I hope that we will still maintain to get a bit of security for our staff if this is agreed soon by the government. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dawney. Tracy, did you want to just comment on the staff side?
Yes, just to say that I will be following this up with a briefing to all staff next Thursday. That's all been put in staff's diary, depending on the decision that's made this evening, so I can fully brief the staff on what decision our council has made, and obviously try to give them as much reassurance as I possibly can about what that means for their futures. This is obviously a 2P process, so we all know that hopefully our staff will be protected. But it's inevitable that there will be change over time. So that's the reassurance that I will want to give to everybody, and that will be done as a live meeting with staff next week, so they can ask me as many questions that they have, and hopefully I can answer as much as I possibly can to give them that reassurance. But ultimately, this is a big change, huge change. 2028 will come along. It won't just be 2028 that changes, it will be over the number of years following that really kind of embeds that change and makes what new unitary authorities are really here to do, and that is to improve services to their communities. So hopefully I can give them that reassurance, Dawney, but I will be working on that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy, and I'd just like to pick on that. With change comes huge opportunities, and Ashford Council officers are not shy from taking up an opportunity when it comes to it. And I think that our staff will come through this and they will flourish, and they will bloom, and Ashford will still be Ashford as we go forward with this, whatever the outcome, whatever the options, whatever the choice from government, we will come through and we will shine. So, do I have any other questions? Yes, yes, Linda. It's a long night.
I know, I'm tired too. There was a statement made by one of the community councils this evening, and I just felt that should raise the communication side of this. I'm very aware, obviously, as that's part of my portfolio, that that this is a Kent-wide communication plan, but I just wondered if you or Tracy had anything to add to that, that we could, that obviously we'll be communicating through our own channels, but the point was specifically raised here tonight.
So there will be a government consultation, and that consultation will be delivered via our channels as well. So we will promote that. We will use every channel that we have available in order to make sure that we reach out to as many of our residents and the community councils as possible. I would slightly dispute the fact about parish councils. I know that Tracy and Charlotte have both been to several CALC meetings. She's done the parish forum. I have been to an extraordinary meeting of all the parish councils as well to talk about local government reorganisation. So I think that we have actually done quite a lot. I think that different authorities across the county have approached things in different ways. But I think that the input that has come back from that has all been pretty similar when it comes across. So nothing unusual has come. Individual parish councils have sometimes wanted perhaps more input than others, but I don't think that that was the time for it and the time for it as we go forward. And I think we've pointed this out again and again and again, but definitely 100% when the government consultation starts, we will get right behind it and we will use our channels to deliver that so that we can reach out as much as possible, because that is absolutely the right thing to do. And let's hope, unlike Surrey, that the government listened to that consultation. So, if I don't have any other questions, then we have several recommendations on the report. Are we all happy to agree the recommendations as proposed by Councillor Hayward?
Agreed.
Okay, thank you everybody very much. And that leads us to the end of the agenda. Thank you for coming tonight.